Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Kristen called Xander at the Kiriaki's mansion, she was enjoying a cup of coffee in the town square. "What are you looking for?" Xander inquired. "Is there any way you can speak with the person who is in charge of your dear, sweet Sarah's destiny?" Kristen inquired. Xander sulkily replied that he was prepared for their meeting when Kristen asked him if he was. Kristen reminded Xander that the agreement would be advantageous to both of them. Melinda entered the DiMera living room as Stefan was pouring a drink. "I have prepared your divorce documents per your request," Melinda stated. Melinda reassured Stefan that all of the necessary terms were included in the agreement. Stefan was hesitant about signing the documents. "What are you holding out on?" Melinda inquired. "I need a moment." "The marriage is over," Stefan declared. If Stefan had required time, Melinda contended, he ought to have waited before asking her to draft the divorce documents. Melinda thought she had a chance with him once he was unmarried, so Stefan asked her if she was pressuring him. Melinda chuckled. Melinda remarked, "I didn't think it was possible, but you are even more self-centered than your brother EJ." Stefan said he was sorry for his prank. "Don't sign." Melinda remarked, "I don't give a damn." Melinda left. Melinda told Kristen that Stefan was in a bad temper as she left the house. "No one could ruin her day," Kristen said, laughing. Melinda gave the materials to Kristen after she inquired about them. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas. Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here. "I'm not sure how you did it, but this is a real coup." "The board and Shin are really thrilled," Melinda remarked. "Well, they ought to be since DiMera Enterprises will be unstoppable after Xander Kiriaki signs these documents giving me control of Titan Industries," Kristen stated. Stefan was sulking in the corner of the living room when Kristen walked in. "Are you being taken advantage of by Gabby?" Kristen inquired. "The settlement is reasonable," Stefan stated. Kristen, perplexed, inquired as to Stefan's depression. Stefan admitted, "I'm not sure I want a divorce, which is the problem." That Stefan would want to stay married to a woman who had slept with his brother shocked Kristen. Gabby had just slept with EJ to exact revenge, Stefan pointed out. Stefan fought back tears. "I have always loved Gabby." "Not for a moment," Stefan muttered. "Who am I to pass judgment?" As Kristen put it, "I mean, Lord knows I know all about not being able to move on from an ex." If Stefan wasn't certain that his marriage to Gabby was gone, Kristen suggested that he tear up the divorce papers. "Retrieve your wife," Kristen remarked. Justin strode into the Kiriaki's living room as Xander was gazing at Victor's portrait. "Is this a sick joke of some sort?" Justin shouted. "You've heard the news, then," Xander whispered. Justin was perplexed and insisted on knowing why Xander intended to sell the family business to the DiMeras. "What is on you, Kristen?" "What?" Justin inquired. According to Xander, Kristen has a serum from Dr. Rolf that will cure Sarah's paralysis. Justin let out a sigh. Justin remarked, "This makes a lot more sense then." "I don't know how else to help my wife," Xander remarked. "I can definitely relate to your situation." However, as legal counsel, Justin began. Xander broke in to point out that Justin was not involved in the choice. "I was given Titan by Victor to deal with as I saw fit. I decide to exchange it for this serum. Nothing that you or anybody else says will make me reconsider," Xander stated. Sarah stated as she walked into the room, "Perhaps I can say something." In order for Sarah and Xander to have a quiet conversation, Justin exited the room. "Justin is correct. This is impossible," Sarah said. Xander knelt down and begged Sarah to realize that he had to do this for her. "Victor saw himself in you, therefore he left you his company." Sarah objected, "It would kill your father to see you give it to that viper if he were still here." Xander concurred. However, you're also correct when you claim that Victor recognized himself in me. We both know that Victor would move heaven and earth to protect Maggie's health if it were in jeopardy. Wouldn't he sacrifice everything to save her? Xander shot back. He would. I'm not dying, though. Sarah countered, it's not like we need this serum to save my life. Sarah told Xander that she had come to terms with the fact that she would never be able to walk again. You put up a brave front for me and everyone else, and I have witnessed it. However, despite your bravery, I can also understand how difficult it is for you. Xander stated, I just decided to hold on to some empire because I couldn't live with myself if I knew there was something I could do to end that struggle, to end your suffering. Sarah acknowledged that she had suffered and struggled, yet she felt fortunate. As a physician, I've witnessed individuals with impairments lead fulfilling lives. Sarah begged, and I know I can be one of those people. She advised Xander to inform Kristen that he had changed his mind and that he was not required to do it. Sarah reminded Xander that she was in the chair when he informed her she didn't comprehend. Isn't what I want important? Sarah inquired. Obviously, darling, what you desire is important. Simply said, I'm not doing this just for you. I'm also doing it for Victoria, Xander remarked. Xander listed the times Sarah would not be able to spend with her daughter. I want those things, of course. Sure, but at what price? Sarah remarked, I won't just sit here and watch you give Kristen your birthright, Victoria's birthright. Titan is not Victoria's birthright. It's you, content and healthy. Victor is not owed anything. In response, Xander said, I owe you everything. Until he met Sarah, Xander said, he had been anxious for Victor's approval. You recognized me for who I am. You generously showed me your affection. And you just ever asked for honesty from me. In contrast, my own father was unable to love me during his lifetime. Furthermore, nothing he left me after his death compares to what you have given me during our time together. I apologize, my love. I do care about your wishes, but I've already made up my mind. Xander stated, I'm going to give her Titan, lock, stock, and barrel when Kristen gets here in exchange for the serum that can help you walk again. Sarah said no, shaking her head. Sarah remarked, I know you're doing this for me and that your heart is in the right place, but I can't believe you're giving Kristen what she wants without a fight. Has anyone mentioned my name? As she entered the living room, Kristen said. Sarah was so angry that she told Kristen she had no conscience. No one knows that better than me, Sarah whispered. When the arrangement benefited everyone, Kristen claimed she could not understand Sarah's anger. From the depths of hell, Sarah snarled, God, your father must be so proud of you. Kristen remarked, I'm going to take that as a thank you. After giving Xander a quick glance, Sarah wheeled herself out of the room. When she is able to walk, she will thank me, Xander. Do we have an agreement now? Kristen brought up a container of the serum and inquired. Xander grabbed the bottle with excitement, but Kristen pointed out that it required a second vial to function. So, when will the second vial be delivered? Xander inquired. Kristen laughed and replied, when your Titan Industries shares are successfully transferred to me. Kristen presented Xander with the agreement so he could sign it. As he entered, Justin remarked, Xander, I wouldn't bother signing that. Justin was cautioned by Xander not to try to talk him out of the bargain anymore. I'm not here for that. Justin added, I'm here to inform you both that an injunction has been filed that forbids the transfer of Xander's Titan stock to you both. Kristen was furious and asked Xander what was happening.